G'day, friends and fans, and welcome to Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author David Applegate, author of the books The Erotic Aid, Power Games, Into the Elves Bound, and the Erotic Tales from the Empire. Please and thank you for all the support, and hope you'll join them. You can scan the QR code on the screen or wait till the end of the show, please. And thank you once again for your support. Just going to quickly do a audio check to see, hey, if I'm live and audio is working. Believe it or not, it's a pain, a constant struggle with glitches, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. It's just the annoying world we live in. All right, now that we've checked audio, we will now visit our third site, the Bundle of Holding. Right. A few people have joined us on X. Hello, X. Don't forget to post this. So I'm going to share it out right now. No, it's early for some, late for others. No one's ever in the perfect time zone, ever. And when you are, well, I suppose if somebody did, it'd be so crowded it soon wouldn't be. All right, screen share, come on. Where you at? While you're stalling. Here we go, finally up. All right. First up, we have The Wild Sea. The Wild Sea is a weird fantasy tabletop role-playing game from MythWorks. Broaden your horizon, cut your way across the treetops of a vast, world-spanning forest. The Wild Sea Collection, paid one price, $19.95 USD, and get this weird fantasy role-playing game, tabletop role-playing game from MythWorks. In a world overgrown by greenery 3 centuries after a tide of rampant growth overwhelmed the world's empires, chainsaw-driven ships cut their way across the Vendancy, a dense forest canopy of toxic, iron-rooted trees. You and your fellow wild sailors, humanity's weathered descendants, also cut-eyed gunslingers, centipedal fungi, silk-clothed spiderfolk, and even stranger things, explore the tangle, hunt pinwolves and thrumming birds, trade fruit oil, honey, savage wrecks from the sink. Or salvage wrecks from the sink, or seek thrills in the foxlofts, Spitskill tide, sparing fens, and even down into the darkness under eaves, amongst the bones of the old world. $19.95 US gets the entire collection, starting with the Wild Sea, a poster for a rampant ocean, spirits of ancient Earth, heights of old world monuments now serve as ports, cities, farms, and jails, each with its laws and ways. 3 centuries after the Wild Sea's arrival, survivors rediscovered the art of sailing. Inspired by games like Sunless Sea, Bastion, the Wild Sea uses rules like fiction first dice pool system, the world's edge, inspired by RPGs like Belly of the Beast, Blades in the Dark, etc. Wild Sea 2 sourcebooks, Storm and Root, Ship Gardens, Storm and Raiders, the first major expansion for the Wild Sea, presents new shipbuilding rules for airships and submersibles, new options, ship guards. It's common wisdom that one can never tame the wilds, but wisdom makes the most of it. Ship guards adds optional rules for you to produce your own fruit and veg, from clay pots to algae farms, from leaky buckets to engine-driven irrigation systems, from dust like stolen souls to thriving centimach and purpose-grown iron springs. Every wild sailor is unique. Add 2 scenarios. Go wild. With the one-armed scissor, a ship library, the one-armed scissor is a month overdue for docking. Ships are delayed all the time, but there's a root quake. It's a starter scenario to give you an introduction, and this is followed up by Dread Right Hand. Scratching from above, that could be claws on a slate. Heavy breaths on the other side of the locked door. Guard's whistle cut short, replaced by a strangled cry. These are the sounds of Nisco, whispers of the city under siege. The clock face council assures worried residents they have everything in hand, but danger grows every sunset. Outside help's needed. And that is you. Go wild. Book Bog Core is the English language version of the tabletop role-playing game from Free League. Borg Pirates Corp adds Cyborg rulebooks and more. In the book collection, $9.95, you get the rules like old school, darkened art punk doomsday tabletop role-playing game from the Swedish design teams in English, published by Free League Publishing, a doom metal album of a game. It's an old school revival homebrew. Pay the threshold price of $25, and you'll level up and get the entire collection. Now, pay the minimum price and get the Mork collection. The Mork collection contains the core Mork Borg rules that includes the Game Master screen and Cult, Free Tory, and Cult Heretic, 2 volumes of community content for Mork Borg. The Borg collection, level up, and you get the entire collection, which includes bonus titles of Cyborg Cold Rules, a nano-infested doomsday RPG about cybernetic misfits and punks raging against the relentless corporate hell. The Pirate Borg, a scurvy-ridden RPG inspired by history, fantasy, horror, and rum. Yo-ho-ho. And Mork Borg Ike Horn. Unfetter the profane profound with this magical box. It is a cursed or a blessed magic item, depending on your gift. To the folk gods. Now, the folk gods, will promise you great rewards if the gift is sufficient, but if it's not, they curse your heretic soul. A little bit of flavour in the add-ons and so forth with Cyborg Borg, based on Mork Borg. Cyborg Darknet are add-ons for Cyborg, and an entire collection of supplements with a little Mork Borg tribute thrown in, $17.95. 6 supplements dealing with the devastated world that has been turned into a devastated toxic farm. The cults, the masochistic masses in the darknet, or the drug cults explore the city explore what lurks beneath, in the, and beyond. Now, these a triple threat magazine for Sorkborg, Cyborg, and Death in Space, a tribute. So a 48-page booklet of sick and sad ideas for Morkborg, Cyborg, and Deaths in Space. Go dumpster diving, dying terrible car accidents, or a revolutionary chemist. You cook by day for the corpse and cook by night. Yeah. By night, you burn the palaces, you poison the organisms. Your concoctions are august. Play the rat catcher, hunt the golden stag. Receive gifts from the great Moloch. Ooh, the cult of Moloch wants the land. Carrying oversized demon statues to the greedy. Unholy labour makes Moloch grow. Death in Space. Fiddle around with the space station generator and dysfunctional corporations. Visit the beacon and loot. Now, these are third-party supplements that require the Cyborg rules and, of course, all the rules for Cyborg, Morkborg, and the other spin-off. What's the other spin-off? Sorry, what's it called? About the pirates. Pirate Borg, yes. Should have known. Jeez, I just said it a moment ago. New to the list is The Shield Maidens, a high-tech neo-Viking tabletop role-playing game. The core books, bestiary, and scenarios from Mongoose. We haven't heard from these guys for a while, but the legendary Mongoose Publishing has produced a science fantasy, my favourite genre, role-playing game of cosmic high-action, high-tech Viking age. Sail through Ragnarok. Sail as Ragnarok rages and Fenrir Empire bleeds life from the Nine Realms to fuel its growth. Shield Maidens stand strong, empowered by the ferocious spirits to stand against the oppression. Magic and technology to in one exciting bundle. $19.95. Pay $19.95 and get the entire Shield Maiden collection, Shield Maiden training guide, and GM guides. Daughters of Freya, raise your shields. Hey, retailed $60 just for the core book. Now, Shield Maiden's Dataforge, Troll, Spriggan, Hula, and other deadly adversaries. The Hudra are technological beasts made in Fenrir's factories. They've escaped and inserting their will to live. Rogue AI, Spriggan, nature's rough Forskurumen. These vicious shape-shifters live in the waters and they hunt humanity. Trolls, regenerative little buggers. Their clan elders, well, they want their young back. Shield Maidens, Tales of Yggdrasil, 5 scenarios that range across the 9 realms to get you started with this amazing bundle. Well worth the price. Test your mettle. 5 weekends worth of fun for $19.95. Probably more if you really get your teeth into it. Never Going Home, from August 2022, the occult horror tabletop role-playing game from the Great War. Never Going Home, core rule book and many supplements from Wet Ink Games, the entire collection at a reasonable rate of $12.95. This is a horror set in the trenches of World War I. As if it isn't horror enough, You've opened up the realms to eldritch horrors and fell temptations in the Great Trenches. First off, we're in the collection is the Never Going Home core rulebook. This contains all you need to follow a group of soldiers known as Unit, play your resources, and test your mettle against the eldritch horrors as you battle way through the endless trenches and horrors of World War I. Book of Whispers. The others say you can do anything. You're starting to believe. The voices the others are alluring. They're promising you power, promising to save your friends, promising to defeat your enemies, promising power to live one more day. All it costs is your memories of being human. How much you're willing to use a new magic source book for Never Going Home. And of course, we have the Corrupt Beast, 24 monsters for Never Going Home. Use once. Comrades now transformed into monsters, animals that have become even stranger, beasts. 3 campaigns, Blood in the Snow. Join the Russian army as their long series of retreats begin. It's hardly any safer in the interior where fear walks the woods and political turmoil stalks the streets. Terror in the Sea. Join the German crew of U-19 as they track down the secrets of Project Riptide. Aboard the cursed U-boat, flesh of a former crew will mock you. In the North Sea, the British Grand Fleet will hunt you. When will your suffering end? Bones in the Dust. Join the British and Anzac forces as they attempt to invade the Ottoman Empire in Gallipoli. There you'll meet much more than the enemy. An ancient Paris Sterling, secretive sex are driving events forward. Hey, I thought this was a fictional game. How much will victory cost you? All this and more. Once more into the breach, comrades, with 21 short adventures to fill your weekends. As the Great War has touched every continent, bring trouble throughout the world to test your wits, your fighting spirit, and your empathy. You have nearly 24 field missions, battlefields, and journey far beyond. Weekend after weekend of horror-inspired fun there. Before I continue, the Erotic Tales from the Empire, Part 1, Epic Science Fantasy, my 4th book, and the 4th book in the series of the Empire of Elves saga. Continue or begin the saga with this Kickstarter. Only 3 days to go. Will you kick in a couple of bucks, or do you actually want my books? I have book 1, 2, 3, and 4 all on offer in beautiful softcover and hardcover. You do not get hardcovers of this quality on Amazon. This is cloth-covered hardcover, 80 GSM beautiful paperbacks, and with the various add-ons, including bookmark, the ebook, and digital art. All inspired by epic fantasy tales. Of course, if you are a tabletop player, you know Drive-Thru RPG, the largest RPG download store on the interwebbies. Vox Profunda from Man Alone. On sale, discounted. You've never seen an oracle like this before. You'll never see it in the same way twice. Designed for solo role players. Yes, Following in the theme of looking at solo play, a rising event throughout the world where people test themselves with playing an RPG solo. And there are games now, of course, designed for solo play. You choose to, as a scion of the immortal archetypes, and go on a rampage, smashing things into countless shards, revealing new aspects of each archetype. There are almost 800 different possible results from the cards you draw, potions, locations, motivations, etc. There's a lot here in this pack, all designed for solo play. This will breathe life into any game, solo or not. It's carefully designed to, however, to elevate your solo experience. Powerful set of tools to enrich character exploration, decision making, and story depth. There's oracle results, oracle generators, fleshed out tools for loot and enemy locations, and lots more. The Tomb Guardians, a one-page RPG from Tricube Tales. You can actually get this for free from the publisher review or purchase and receive the character cards and VTT tokens. Spied by Overlord, Wicked Ones and the Skeletons, Tomb Guardians, a standalone scenario for Tricube's Tales system, reusable as a micro setting, but also fully contained one-page RPG in its own right, single sheet of paper, and everything you need for a two-page adventure. Tomb Guardians. Exactly as it says, defending your tomb. If you know Overlord, the Tomb Guardians win. There's your Tomb Guardians. They're all handcrafted, all beautiful artwork. Puts me to shame sometimes how amazing some people. You look back at some of the older RPGs, most of them wouldn't even color. Most of them wouldn't colorize. And actually, it was weird, but a lot of the early line art, when colorized, just didn't do so well. But it's got to be fully colored to be. Line art has its own unique place, of course. And of course, I have my own RPG. Let me just growing. Future fantasy, a homebrew science fiction setting, tabletop. It's a setting for now for D6 RPGs. And of course, I post all my videos there. There's some maps, character art, and of course, many supplements. There's more to come, hopefully. Please and thank you. Support me today. You support me in, of course, first off, a shout out to the Men's Room and Anime Night 1992, two channels I regularly appear on YouTube. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And check out my links in the description below on how you can support the channel. You can support me on Ko-Fi, Patreon. I have two. David T. Applegate for my writing and Future Fantasy for my RPG. I also have a link, 10% off my merch. Link in the description below. All my links are in the link tree. You can find that in my description below, profile, or use the QR code on screen. Please and thank you. Appreciate each and every one of you. See you all in the next video, and bye for now.